Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of slope and y-intercept. This is standard 8.4C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 38 of the 2018 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got a company selling bottles of vitamin capsules, and take a look. They get us a linear relationship here, and they're going to give us both a graph and a table. And as you can tell, they do match up, right? So you've got this x of 1, y of looks like 65. They've got that right there. 2 and 60, right? They're skipping 3, but I don't think it really matters because you can see that line kind of going right there. So we have a matching graph and a matching table, so really you could just use either one you want to, right? This 8 obviously matches up with this 30. And so what is the problem asking? The slope. And that's it. We're simply asking for the slope. The trick, if there is a trick in this problem, is that it is a free response. So there's no F, G, H, or J for you to choose from, and we are going to have to just bubble it in correctly ourselves. So I could tell you one thing about the slope already is that it is a downward slope, which means it is going to be a negative. So it's going to be a negative something. So we will have to make sure we get that into our free response. So let's talk about slope. Slope, if we are looking at it in the slope-intercept form, is going to be y equals mx plus b, right? Slope is going to be this m, right? It's what modifies that x right there. And we don't even need the y-intercept here. We just need to calculate how the x changes, the relationship between the x and the y. And so that's rise over run. That's one way I always remember it. That means how the y-axis, or the y-coordinates, rise or fall. Divide that by how the x-coordinates run side to side. So really, we're just going to take two different y-coordinates. So we'll call this y sub 2 minus y sub 1. And two different x-coordinates, subtract them, make that into a fraction with the y-coordinates as the numerator, and we're good. And it doesn't matter what set we use. So like let's just make it super easy, right? Let's just use these two right here, and I'll show you that you can use multiple and it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use these as my y and x2. I'm going to use those as my y and x1. So we're going to do 60 minus 65. So I'm going to take these two right here, and then I did this for a reason because it's 2 minus 1. Okay, so that is going to get you negative 5 over 1. Anything over 1 is just itself. So really, it's just negative 5. So it looks like my slope is negative 5. For every 1x, it goes down 5. Now, let's just pull two other random ones to make sure that's valid, right? So let's just do these two right here. So I'm going to do my y's. I'm going to do 30 minus 50 over 8 minus 4. So that's going to be negative 20 over 4. 4 goes into 25 times. Yeah, it's negative 5. Okay, so it doesn't matter which x and y you choose. You're going to be good. Now, we've got to bubble this in here. And so on our 8th grade STAAR test, we've got this little tiny column that's just the decimal point. 2 digits to the right of that column. We're not going to need any of those. 4 digits to the left. All right, so we're going to put our 5 right here. We're going to make sure we bubble in our 5 down below. But over here on the far left, you've got a positive and a negative. You have to make sure you bubble in that negative right there. Bubble in that 5. And there we go. Your answer is going to be negative 5.